So there, your mom calling you.
Today on 2K TV postseason, the road to the finals tournament we've all been waiting for is
too much.
And it's the Wizards on the road for this one with an interconference game today. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was the Clippers coming out on top against the Washington Wizards. They come into this feeling good about the matchup. They've taken both games so far this season.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Porter is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low. Here's the screen. And Wall kicks to Beal. 4 on the shot clock. Wall's shot is off. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the...
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and the wrist breaker.
Outrageous, guys.
Now here's Paul. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Gortat with the stuff.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Paul kicks to Redick. Lets it go with the 3.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Yo.
And he gets it to go.
Quiet.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And the foul's called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm going to keep telling you the same shit over and over again.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Wall. Here we go now. It's Porter outside. And he gets it to go. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Wall attacking.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Redick with the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. Washington leading now by 3. Wall dishes to Porter. There's the pass to Gortat. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Nice ball movement by Washington. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Wall's shot is off. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
That's crazy.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Here's Wall after Jeff Green's bucket. Crawford with the steal. It's deflected. It's stolen by Wall. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And here's Wall outside. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Wizards out front, up by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Washington.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
We've got Jordan.
What
Rivers
is
up
he running
there
out
with
of bounds
Crawford.
for?
Then it's Green, and it's Johnson in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Rivers passes to Green. Fires for 3. Rivers can't get it to go. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Oubre. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Rivers. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
And the basket by Thornton.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Here's Oubre. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Oubre's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. All checked in for Austin Rivers. Here's Paul. Oubre with the steal. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. From deep, Wall. And that one's good. Wall's got 9.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Now, here's Wall. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings. 4th in fast break points, 5th in assists. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And going back to their fast break numbers, their athleticism enables them to play that breakneck speed. But it takes discipline as well to keep the pedal on the metal, and that sets them apart.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for
Bullshit
on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
Oh,
too.
they do, yes, sir.
Bullshit.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. And Jordan sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Outside, Wall. 4 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. And Mbah a Moute comes in for Johnson.
help defense on nothing, huh, guys?
Beal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Coming on the floor, Jamal Crawford. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Beal against Crawford. That's tipped. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And no one has allowed fewer points since the All-Star break than these teams you see before you now. Fourth, the Clippers.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
Now here's Paul. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. 36 seconds left in the first half. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
It's Crawford with the drive. The shot is good off the backboard. 15 seconds left in the first half. Ball against Wall. 4 seconds left. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards lead by 11. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Porter in the small forward. He doesn't get the second one.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Count that one. Redick's got his second basket of the night.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is that players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
That's his first personal foul.
And the Clippers making a change here. Pierce is checked in. Hall. And the Clippers miss again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Oubre dishes to Nene. The shot misses. Jordan with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That's a 2 from Paul. It's good from the top of the key. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Nene, the screen. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul.
And shit, like 3 yards in there.
Here's Oubre.
Look at this shit.
And Hickson throws it down.
Bull crap.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Oubre kicks to Dudley. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Oubre. He has 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. Oubre's got 8 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Green. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, we average nearly 12 points a game. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Clippers.
He's off on the first.
Hack.
Johnson, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
What happened with people just playing?
Well, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get called from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Crawford. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Johnson goes in. Outside, Green. There's Crawford with the 3. Crawford missing again.
Damn, Crawford.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Oubre passes to Dudley. And that one's good. Dudley's got his first basket of the night. Clippers trail by 21. The drive by Green. Rebound, Washington. Hickson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Dudley. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Wizards. They finish off the 3rd quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Inside, it's
Not if they keep missing crap.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbamute in the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, in most games, he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Thornton. Here's the 3. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. And stolen by Jordan. Redick dishes to Paul. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Dudley with a screen on Redick. And here's Thornton outside. And it's Thornton again missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
That's a 2 from Paul. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To the right side. On its way from Dudley for 2. And Thornton kicks to Dudley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
The first one falls. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Morris comes in for J.J. Hickson. Bradley Beal's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And John Wall subbed in for Oubre.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against Atlanta. Paul kicks to Griffin. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. A 3 ball. That one goes. Count it.
Oh.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It's stolen by Morris. To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dudley's got 4 this quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The shot's good from Paul. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Wall. Here we go now. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. No good on the free throw. And Washington making a change here. Porter's checked in. And he's good on the second.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Redick for 3. Here's Jordan. That's good.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Wall against Paul. Morris outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Wall. Mbamute pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And that is good. Reddick's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And taken away by Paul. To the wing on the left. Here is Mbamute. No good on the three.
Dookie.
Wizards leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
Yeah, you know what? And that may not seem big, but it's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting blank 3-0.
And what a huge standout performance it was for John Wall. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Fires from deep, and he gets it to go.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Pierce inside the three-point line, and they get it back. Rivers passes to Johnson. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Ball back.
And so John Wall nails both of them. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Rivers. There's the pick. Off the pick. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one.
Yeah, shit happens.
I've seen it before.